Welcome. Today we will discuss power factor considerations in phase controlled converters. So first we will comparison of power factor. In single phase semi and full converters. So we start with the assumption that load current, the output current of the converter is continuous and ripple free. For a full converter, of course we are discussing about single phase full converter. The waveforms will draw omega t. This is supply voltage Vs. Load current is continuous and ripple free. Let us assume it is Ia. Then alpha to pi plus alpha, source current is plus Ia. Then from pi plus alpha to 2 pi plus alpha, source current is minus Ia. This is plus Ia from alpha to pi plus alpha, and from pi plus alpha to 2 pi plus alpha, it is minus Ia. So this is the source current waveform. So let us reconstruct the fundamental component in the source current waveform. So because the waveform has a half wave symmetry, this is the source current with fundamental component of the source current. So zero crossings will be same as the source current waveform. Phase angle between the fundamental component of the source current and the supply voltage is phi 1, that is minus alpha. So phi 1 is minus alpha. Source fundamental component is lagging by alpha. So this is called the displacement angle. Next, consider single phase semi converter. So in a single phase semi converter, there is a freewheeling action. So this is the supply voltage waveform Vs. So from alpha to pi, supply current is plus Ia. Then after pi there is freewheeling action, so supply current is 0. Then from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, supply current is minus Ia. So this is the supply current waveform in single phase semi converter. Let us reconstruct the fundamental component of the supply current. So because at pi the value is plus Ia and pi plus alpha value is minus Ia, the zero crossing of the fundamental component will have will occur at the midpoint like this. So this is the source current fundamental component of the source current. So here you find the phase angle, which is phi 1. Phi 1 is minus alpha by 2. So displacement factor is cos alpha by 2. Whereas in a single phase full converter, displacement factor is cos alpha. You may recall the discussion on power factor in previous class. The power factor is product of distortion factor and displacement factor. In a single phase semi converter, the displacement factor is more compared to single phase full converter, because angle is alpha by 2. So cosine of alpha by 2 is more than cosine of alpha. For the same value of alpha, cos alpha by 2 is more than cos alpha. So power factor of single phase semi converter is better than that of single phase full converter. Also we will mathematically prove it and derive the exact value of power factor, displacement factor, distortion factor and harmonic factor in single phase semi converter and full converter. So again let us consider single phase full converter. You consider the waveform of the source current, because source current decides the power factor. This is the waveform which you have drawn in the last slide. We will consider that slide. So what is RMS value of the supply current? Because it is a square wave, it is plus, it is IA. It is a square wave with plus IA and minus IA. So RMS value of the supply current is IA. Then one more thing, what is average output voltage? That is VA, that is VDC maximum value into cos alpha. Then what is average source current? Average value of the source current, which is I0, is 1 by 2 pi integral of IS into d of omega t from alpha to 2 pi plus alpha. Because it is a square wave, average value is 0. When I0 is 0, then what is Fourier series expansion of source current IS? It is like this. You recall source current IS, you see I0 is 0, so I am not writing that I0 is 0, or let us write I0 is 0, summation of AN cos n omega t plus Bn sin n omega t, summation over all n, all the harmonics present. N is the nth order harmonic, so for all n, this is the Fourier series expansion of the source current. Let us derive AN, Bn, so that we can derive the power factor. So what is AN? You recall the Fourier series analysis. So AN is 1 by pi integral of IS cos n omega t d omega t from alpha to 2 pi plus alpha. Alpha to 2 pi plus alpha. So considering the same waveform which you have drawn in the previous slide, the square wave waveform, you obtain the value of AN. So this is a task for you. So its value is like this: AN is 0 if n is even, and AN is minus 4IA divided by n pi sin n alpha if n is odd. You can easily prove it. Similarly, Bn is 1 by pi integral of Is sin n omega t d omega t from alpha to 2 pi plus alpha. It is 0 if n is even, and 4IA by n pi cos n alpha if n is odd. With this, what is In, RMS value of nth harmonic, that is In is AN square plus Bn square whole root divided by root 2. So it is 2 into root 2 IA divided by n pi. So with that, you can write the Fourier series expansion of the supply current Is with summation of 4IA divided by n pi. It is sin of n omega t minus n alpha, and n is the harmonics. All odd harmonics are present. All the odd harmonics are present. Even harmonics are absent. So phase angle phi n, by which the nth harmonic current lags behind the supply voltage, is minus n alpha. So putting n equal to 1, phi 1 is minus alpha, and so displacement factor is cos alpha. Now I1 RMS value of the fundamental component is root 2 into root 2 by pi whole into Ia, because n is 1, RMS value of the fundamental component is this, and RMS value of the supply current Is is Ia. So what is the distortion factor? Distortion factor is RMS value of the fundamental component divided by RMS value of the supply current I1 by Is. So that is 2 into root 2 by pi. So power factor, which is the product of displacement factor and distortion factor, is 2 into root 2 by pi cos alpha for single phase full converter. Then we will do the derivation for harmonic factor, which is also THD, equals to summation of IH square from n equal to 3 onwards, 3, 5 onwards, divided by I1 square whole root. So this is what? IS square RMS value of the supply current square minus I1 square root over. So now this numerator is the RMS value of the harmonics divided by RMS value of the fundamental component is I1. So you can write this IS by I1 square minus 1 whole root, and I1 by IS we have got 2 into root 2 by pi. So IS by I1 is pi square by 8 minus 1 root over. So THD is pi square minus 8 root over divided by 2 into root 2, and you can mathematically find it 0.4834 is the value. So for the single phase full converter, we have derived the expression for the displacement factor, distortion factor, power factor and THD. Then same thing can be extended for single phase uncontrolled rectifier, uncontrolled converter, or simply you can say diode rectifier. So diode rectifier is a case of single phase converter when alpha equal to 0, because diode is a simple device which turns on when it gets a forward voltage across this. When the forward voltage is positive, it gets turned on. So there is no alpha control, alpha is 0. Thyristor has the benefit, it can delay the firing, delay the turn on by angle alpha. Alpha is called the firing delay angle. So in only in thyristor it can be turned on at any with any delay alpha. A diode turns on with alpha equal to 0. So with that, what is the power factor of diode rectifier? That is 2 into root 2 by pi. So because cos alpha, the displacement factor is always less than 1. So power factor of a diode rectifier is better than that of converter, fully controlled converter. So this is the price to be paid for phase control of converters. In converters, we have the phase control, we can have variable output voltage and reversible voltage also. When alpha is more than pi by 2, voltage is reversible. So this is the phase control, we get variable output voltage and the price is poor power factor. Now as you can easily guess, you see in a semi converter, it is half of the switches are thyristors and remaining are uncontrolled diodes. Diode is a uncontrolled device, thyristor is a controlled device. So in semi converter, half of the devices are controlled switches, thyristors, and half are uncontrolled switches, diodes. So power factor should be in between that of diode rectifier and full converter. So it is expected power factor of diode rectifier is better than that of semi converter and power factor of semi converter is better than that of full converter. So we have already derived the power factor of full converter. So let us also derive the power factor of diode rectifier, semi converter. So you consider the source current, Fourier series expansion of supply current you can do considering the waveform which we have derived in today's first slide. And Fourier series expansion is like this: IS is summation of 4 IA by n pi cosine of n alpha by 2 sine of n omega t minus n alpha by 2, where all the odd harmonics are present. Also, average output voltage VA is half of VDC max 1 plus cos alpha, where alpha is the firing delay angle. So, what is the RMS supply current? You can consider the waveform which you have drawn in the first slide. RMS supply current is IA into pi minus alpha divided by pi root over. So, with this, what is RMS fundamental current? I1 2 into root 2 IA by pi cos alpha by 2. What is the displacement factor? Is cos alpha by 2, because displacement angle is minus alpha by lagging by minus alpha by 2. What is the distortion factor? That is RMS value of the fundamental component divided by RMS value of the supply current I1 by IS. So, RMS value of the supply current, so I1 is 2 into root 2 IA by pi cos alpha by 2, and 1 by IS is 1 by IA into pi divided by pi minus alpha root over. So, you can find out distortion factor. So, is 2 into root 2 divided by pi into pi minus alpha root over into cos alpha by. So, power factor, which is distortion factor into displacement factor, is cos alpha by 2. So, it is 2 into root 2 divided by root over of pi into pi minus alpha into cos square alpha by 2. So, you can write it as root 2 into 1 plus cos alpha divided by root over of pi into pi minus alpha. So, with this you can prove this power factor is better than that of single phase full converter. You can prove it. So, you can write power factor of diode rectifier is greater than power factor of semi converter, which is greater than power factor of full converter. This is applicable for single phase case as well as 3 phase case. And one thing, harmonic factor for single phase semi converter is, you can prove harmonic factor using its definition. It is pi into pi minus alpha divided by 4 into 1 plus cos alpha minus 1 whole root. So, this is the power factor analysis and comparison between different types of converters. So, now as you have seen, whenever phase control is done, power factor deteriorates. With uncontrolled rectifier, there is no phase control, so no voltage control. So, power factor is best for rectification. And with single phase semi converter, power factor is better, and in single phase fully controlled converter, where you have full control, the power factor is minimum. So, now how to improve the power factor? So, obviously phase control has advantages, because phase control can give a variable voltage output, the load can be controlled, which is not possible in diode rectifier. But in single phase semi converter, only rectification is possible, inversion is not possible, inverter mode of operation is not possible. So, power factor is in between that of diode rectifier and uncontrolled rectifier. Supply power factor in phase control converters is low when the output voltage is less than the maximum value, that is when the firing angle is large. Larger is the firing angle, lesser is the output voltage, and hence power factor is also poorer. As the firing angle increases, the displacement angle between the supply voltage and supply current increases, and converter draws more lagging reactive power. The power factor, which is the product of displacement factor and distortion factor, decreases with increasing displacement angle. Semi converter systems provide better power factors than full converter systems. This poor power factor operation is a major concern in variable speed drives and in high power applications. So, it is highly necessary to discuss various techniques to improve power factor in phase control converters. So, how to improve the power factor and get the phase control, both the advantages. So, power factor improvement techniques. So, just from the recent discussion, we see that in diode rectifier, voltage control is not possible, power factor is the best. In a fully controlled converter, both rectification and inversion modes are possible. Power factor is poor. So, advantage in rectification mode we get forward motoring in a drive, with inversion mode we get regenerative braking. It is advantageous feature, but price paid is poor power factor. In a semi converter, inverter mode is not possible. So, regenerative braking is not possible, only forward motoring is possible. So, how to get the power factor, better power factor, as well as get the advantages of phase control. A semi converter is commonly used where regenerative braking is not required. If regenerative braking is required, full converter system is used, which is operated as rectifier for forward motoring operation and as inverter for regenerative braking to provide feedback power from the DC machine operating as generator to AC supply. With some complexity in the control circuit, full converter is operated as a semi converter in both rectifying mode and inverting mode. Thereby, better performance of semi converter is obtained, while two quadrant operation advantage of full converter is also retained. So, that means we want both the advantages of phase control as well as better power factor. So, to combine that, first method is semi converter operation of full converter. First we will draw a circuit. So, switches are, let us number S1 for analysis, S1, S2, S3, S4. In semi converter operation of full converter, we use the concept that power factor of semi converter is better than that of full converter. So, power factor of semi converter is to be obtained, but in semi converter in regenerative braking is not possible, inversion mode is not possible. So, we want also the inversion mode of operation, that means the regenerative braking in the drive. So, what is done? The circuit is fully controlled converter. So, it is operated like a semi converter to give the power factor of a semi converter. So, there are two modes of operation. So, mode 1, that is rectification mode. Rectification mode. So, in the rectification mode, the firing delay angle is between 0 to pi by 2. We again want semi converter operation, but we have 4 thyristors. So, in what is done, S1 and S2 are controlled with alpha between 0 to pi by 2. Alpha for S3 and S4 is 0. That means S3 and S4 are operated as diodes. Alpha 0 means diode. So, S3 and S4 are operated as diodes, and S1 and S2 are controlled between a firing angle between 0 to pi by 2. So, you get semi converter operation in this mode 1, that is rectification mode. So, how S3 and S4 firing angle is kept at 0? Because thyristors S3 and S4 are turned on with alpha equal to 0. In normal fully controlled converters, S1 and S3 receive the same gate pulse simultaneously, and S2 and S4 get the same gate pulse simultaneously. Shift between S1 and S2 is pi. But in this case, the switching signals are different for all 4 thyristors. So that is the complex control circuit to have 4 pairing pulses for 4 thyristors. So let us see how it gives better power factor. So first thing is S1 and S2, S1 is turned on at omega t equals to alpha, S2 is turned on with at omega t equals to pi plus alpha, and S3 is turned on at omega t equals to 0, that means alpha equals to 0, and S4 is turned on at omega t equals to pi, that means alpha equals to 0. So then what happens from 0 omega t between 0 to alpha, which switches are conducting? 0 to alpha. So first S3 will be conducting and S2 will be conducting. Switches conducting are S2 and S3. Then alpha omega t between alpha to pi, at alpha S1 starts conducting and S3 is conducting, S1 and S3, and between alpha omega t between pi to pi plus alpha, switches conducting are pi, at pi S4 is turned on and S1 and S4, and pi plus alpha to 2 pi, S4 is conducting S2 and S4. So when S1 and S3 are conducting, so let us write, this side is output side is VA and this is VS. So when S2 and S3 are conducting, VA is 0, that means freewheeling, and when S1 and S3 are conducting, VA equals to VS. When S1 and S4 are conducting, it is again freewheeling interval, so VA is 0. When S2 and S4 are conducting, VA equal to minus VS. So this is just semi converter operation of the full converter in the rectification mode. First we will discuss rectification mode. In rectification mode, switches S3 and S4 are operated as diodes. That means their alpha is 0. So S1 and S2 are operated with firing delay angle alpha, that is alpha is between 0 to 90 degree, pi by 2. So we will draw the waveforms. This is the supply voltage Vs. So this is the alpha, pi plus alpha, 2 pi plus alpha. So alpha to pi plus alpha, this is Ig1 control signal for the S1, this is Ig1. Next we will draw Ig2, that is complementary of Ig1. When Ig1 is high, Ig2 is 0. When Ig1 is 0, Ig2 is 1. Then we will draw Ig3 control signal for switch S3. For S3 firing angle is 0. So S3 is turned on for the entire positive half cycle and off for the negative half cycle. This is Ig3. Alpha for S3 is 0. Next we will draw the Ig4. Ig4 is complementary of Ig3, that means switch S4 is on in negative half cycle of the supply voltage and off in the positive half cycle of the output voltage. So with these control signals, now we can draw the output voltage waveform VA. So from omega t between 0 and alpha, first interval 0 to alpha, switches conducting are S2 and S3. S2 and S3 leads to freewheeling action. So output voltage is 0. Then from omega t between alpha to pi, switches conducting are S1 and S3. So output voltage VA equals to Vs, supply voltage. Then from omega t between pi to pi plus alpha, in that region, switches conducting are S1 and S4. S1 and S4, their freewheeling action is taking place. Freewheeling. So output voltage is 0. And omega t between pi plus alpha to 2 pi, switches conducting are 2 and 4. So this is the output period. VA equals to minus of Vs, like this. So this is the output voltage. So as you can see from the output voltage waveform, average voltage VA is positive. So average voltage positive gives forward motoring operation of the drive. At the same time, the waveform is same as that of semi converter. So displacement angle will be alpha by 2, power factor is better, just like single phase semi converter, and we get rectification mode of the converter. Next we will discuss the inversion mode of operation. In inversion mode of operation, the converter will operate as inverter, giving power feedback from the DC machine operating as generator to the AC source. So it requires negative output voltage, VA should be negative. So for this operation in inversion mode, firing angle alpha for S3 and S4 is between pi by 2 and pi. Pi by 2 is less than equal to alpha is less than equal to pi. Firing angle for S1 and S2 is pi. So we will see the waveforms. This is the supply voltage waveform Vs. Then we will draw the pulses, firing pulses. First Ig1. Ig1, switch S1 is on for the with firing delay angle 180 degree. So this is Ig1. Firing angle for switch S2, Ig2, that is complementary of Ig1, that means switch 2 is on in the positive half cycles, whereas switch 1 is on in the negative half cycles of the supply voltage. Then control signal for the switch S3 is Ig3, firing angle is between 90 to 180 degree, Ig3. And Ig4, that is control signal for switch S4, that is complementary of Ig3, and switch alpha for switches S3 and S4 is between pi by 2 and pi, 90 to 180 within that zone. So we will draw the output voltage waveform VA. So between 0 and alpha, within that interval, switches conducting are 1 and 4. No, 2 and 4, S2 and S4. So S2 and S4 means it is a power on period. So output voltage is minus of Vs. VA equals to minus of Vs. Between pi plus omega t, between pi plus alpha and pi, switches conducting are S2 and S3. So S2 and S3 is the freewheeling mode. So output voltage is 0. Omega t between pi to pi plus alpha, switches conducting are S1 and S3. So S1, it is the power on period, switch output voltage equals to Vs. VA equals to supply voltage. Then from omega t between pi plus alpha to 2 pi, switches conducting are S1 and S4. So it is the freewheeling action. So output voltage is 0. This is the output voltage waveform. As you can see, output voltage from the output voltage waveform. So VA is 0, instantaneous voltage is 0 or negative below the horizontal axis. So average output voltage VA is negative. So converter operates in inversion mode because the average output voltage is negative. Further, the waveform is similar to semi-converter. Waveform is similar to semi-converter, but always waveform below the horizontal axis. So power factor is better because displacement angle will be half of the firing delay angle. Displacement angle phi 1 is half of alpha 1. So power factor is same as the single phase semi converter. So because inversion mode is there, so power machine operates as generator and DC machine supplies power to the AC source. Power flows from the machine side to the supply side. So inverter, so regenerative braking is obtained, whereas power factor is similar to semi converter. By operating full converter as semi converter, power factor is improved at the cost of increased complexity of firing circuit. So firing circuit will be more complicated because now we require 2 sets of pulses. In normal converter, full converter, there is only one firing angle alpha. So there will be 2 sets of pulses, one going to one pulse S1 and S3 will have the identical gate pulse, and say which is like alpha, which is starts from omega t equals to alpha, and S2 and S4 will receive the same gate pulse, that is from omega, it will firing angle is alpha, but it will start from pi plus alpha. Omega t equal to pi plus alpha, the pulses will start. So only 2 sets of pulses are used, but in this case 4 sets of pulses are required. All the switches will have different types of pulses. They will be turned on at different instants. When S1 is on, S2 is off and vice versa. When S3 is on, S4 is off and vice versa. So 4 different gate pulses are required. So this circuit, firing circuit will be more complex, but power factor is improved at the cost of complexity of firing circuit. Also, this scheme can improve the power factor of 3-phase full converter, but it is not recommended for 3-phase converter because of 3 disadvantages. First is even harmonic currents are present in the supply line current. Third harmonic ripple is present in the output. There is a danger of commutation failure. So due to these disadvantages, they are not preferred for 3-phase full converter, though power factor they can give improved power factor. Thank you for attention.